Hey guys, it's Carthrone. In this video, I'm going to be going over platform arbitrage. This is basically just buying from one marketplace and selling on another. So in this case, I buy a lot from TCGplayer and sell it on eBay. On the screen here, I have 151 reverse holos that I've sold this year. As you can see, I've sold almost 100 copies of some of the cards, and the majority of these I would just buy directly off of TCGplayer. So you can see my net for almost every reverse holo is between $100 to $400. Platform arbitrage is just an amazing backbone to any reselling business because it's easily repeatable and basically doesn't require any effort. All I do is go on TCGplayer, put like 500 to 1,000 cards in my cart, and then when I get it all in, I condition check it and make sure everything's near mint. There is a bit of loss because some of the cards won't be near mint, but I kind of account for that in my margins and it doesn't really affect my overall profit too much. Like even if nearly half of the cards ended up arriving moderately played, I would still make my margin and I can just resell those as moderately played back on TCGplayer if I want. But yeah, this is basically how I do it. I'll load the Scarlet 151 price guide on the left. This lets me just go through every card alphabetically and add them to cart easily, and then afterwards I can use the cart optimizer. And for 151, I like to keep around 10 copies of every card in stock at all times. So I'll just go through and look. I have 6 copies of Aerodactyl left, so I'll just add 4 to my cart to bring that up to 10. Just go down the list. EXs I like to have also. Actually, for the sake of this video, I'm going to do only reverse holos. So yeah, Antique Dome Fossil at 6, so we just add 4. I have been considering upping my quantity I keep in stock just so I don't have to do this as often. But I found about 10 copies of every card is what fits in one 4-row box for me, so it's pretty easy to manage. But yeah, it might be worth just making a second box of 151 due to how well I know this is going to sell, and I don't mind holding on to any of this in the long term because I know it's going to sell through eventually. But yeah, I do this basically like once or twice a month for 151. I did this already one time at the beginning of the month and brought my quantities back up to 10. On some of the illustration rares, I am a little bit higher just because I based the pricing off of what I bought it for at one point, and then the price on some of them went down. And if that happens, I kind of just let it sit. I am out of 151 special illustration rare Charizards. As you can see, the price I last sold it for is actually below the current TCGplayer price, so mine sold out because the price went up on this a lot. But yeah, I do have some of the other illustration rares in stock still. Let's see, Cycling Road 7. But yeah, it's as simple as this. This is my favorite way to just do things on eBay. It's just so simple. And I know these cards will sell because I've sold like 100 to 200 copies of all of them already. Like, let's open up this Dragon Air reverse and see how many I've sold. 169 copies of that card. Let's check these Dragonites, my favorite Pokemon. 173 Dragonite holos sold. 151 reverse holos. And basically my pricing for these, I do a floor of $1.99 with $1 flat shipping for any quantity of them. And then for anything that's like above 99 cents, I'll just list it for 2x whatever the current TCGplayer price is. And then sometimes I'll like round it up to the nearest 99 cents. So you can see this electrode is at 124 market on TCGplayer. I will sell it for $2.99. And I sell them all day. We've sold 182 copies of this card. So no issue with liquidity. But yeah, 151 is honestly the best selling set they've ever released. In terms of how easy it is to sell like the lower end cards. But yeah, look at this. I'm selling these Gengars at $5 and I'm sold out. They're $2.20 on TCGplayer. So you're almost doubling your money on this. 212 copies sold. Yeah, you guys can copy me, but the reason I'm showing this is it doesn't even matter if you copy me. I've sold so many copies of these cards that the algorithm will favor my listings over yours if you try to do the exact same thing I'm doing. Like, even if you price lower, my listings are still just going to show up more frequently whenever someone filters by best match. And I'm not even really promoting them heavily. Like, most of them I'm at 2%. Some of the lower end ones I'm up to 5%. Just because I have like a lot of copies of this horsey and it doesn't move as frequently. Like, yeah, this one I've only sold 28 copies of. So some of these do sell more frequently than others. Yeah, whenever I get these in the mail and go to restock it, that is when I will check the pricing and make any adjustments to make sure I'm 2x over TCGplayer on some of them. I don't do it when I buy them. I just wait until I have them in. Since the prices on some of these do fluctuate quite a bit day to day. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you have done any platform arbitrage yourself. I have done this with other sets too, but nothing has been as successful as the 151 reverse hollows in terms of liquidity. I do it like sometimes if I see stuff that's starting to trend, I will buy those. Or if like, I don't know, just some cards that have really nice artwork that I think I could sell for like double on eBay, I'll just go through TCGplayer and buy those. I've done it a lot with like WotC first edition cards because the market prices on those is kind of all over the place. So yeah, there's a lot of cards you can just flip between platforms if you're smart with it. And I will note, like, if you're a new seller, this probably isn't the best thing to do. Because I have a really big eBay store and get a lot of sales already, the algorithm is going to favor me over someone who just started selling. So I wouldn't recommend if you're just starting selling, I wouldn't recommend going to TCGplayer and just buying out everything at market price and attempting to replicate this, because it is going to be really difficult. For new sellers, I would recommend just trying to buy between 70 to 75% wherever you can. Facebook, Discord servers, etc. That's probably your best bet because your risk is going to be a lot lower that way. Or just buy in bulk. Honestly, buy in bulk is the best way to get started, because you basically can't lose. You can always at least sell the bulk for whatever you paid for it, assuming you're paying fair market prices for the bulk. Oh yeah, and just to note, like, why would someone buy from me instead of buying on TCGplayer? Well, there's so many people that don't really know about TCGplayer. Also, if you buy from me, the cards are guaranteed to be near mint. Like, when I go through and buy all of these reverses on TCGplayer, there are a lot of them that arrive to me in like moderately played to damaged condition. So that's kind of the risk you take buying off TCGplayer, as opposed to just buying off of one seller where you know everything is going to be in good shape and you don't have to deal with any of the hassle. I've already dealt with that for you. Yeah, that's about all I have for this video. I've calculated this before, and my minimum margin I would make on average is around 50 cents. So every one of these reverse hollows I add to my cart should net me at least 50 cents after all fees and shipping and everything. And if I'm accounting for losses, maybe that number goes down a little bit, but I kind of already factored that in a bit. So yeah, pretty easy way to resell. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. And as always, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.